Yeah, let's go round there.
Let's messing about. Look, come on. What?
I just think it's time you had a little kiss.
I've already had a little.
What happened, Carl?
He loves it. I'm just going to give you a little kiss. Just for the webcam.
Hurry up then.
All right, on the lips.
No, no.
Oh, come on. Oh, God. I love it because he hates it so much.
You wouldn't get that radio on.
But it means I could have kissed Chris Moyles.
What?
I could have kissed Chris Moyles on Radio 1.
Milesy. Give Milesy a little kiss for all his good work.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
What happened to Chris Moyles' show? Is he not on anymore?
On the TV?
Yeah.
No. Turns out he was too fat and talentless. Do you want to tell us about Hastings?
Where did that come from?
Eh? What?
Yeah, Hastings.
Well, there was that. I told you that story. That bloke. It's not an apocryphal tale because it's about an orderly's report, and this is the bloke that filled out the form. And what happened? He went into hospital basically with a sauce bottle up his arse, and on the report, he said obviously, you know, pleasuring himself using a sauce bottle. And on the report he said that he'd been shopping at Safeways, and he'd come in with his shopping, and he'd forgot his key, so he'd put his bags down on the step, right? And he started climbing up the drain pipe to get in, right? But as he was climbing up, his trousers and pants fell down. He slipped and fell, and the sauce bottle went up his arse. And the orderly said this story would be somewhat believable if Safeway sold their sauce bottles with condoms already attached.
That was like a game of Kaplunk.
So he put. I love that he put a condom on it. I wonder if that was so he didn't want to get an infection from it, or he wanted to use it on his chips later. So waste not, want not.
Talking of arse,
Yeah.
Blockbusters.
Lou Reed, with a little help from David Bowie there in the background. Satellite of Love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, Steve, you know how Karl won't do anything outside his jurisdiction. He moans about stuff. He's got one job. We're doing about 5 things in the week. We just turn up and he's always available. He moans about it. He goes, "Oh, lucky you caught me." Right? He's chatting. He's one of those people that whinges enough and people think he's overworked. So he got Mondays off. Right? He's just a whinger.
I haven't got Mondays off though, have I?
Yeah. Well, anyway, 2 hours on a Saturday. This is what the phone message he left me Wednesday on my mobile, but just is chatting about certain things that are going on at the moment. What he does need to know. Duncan, who mentions, is my agent, and you know you understand a few other things. But this is the sort of message I get from Karl, right? Window.
Old messages.
Alright. 12:10, Wednesday. Just getting loads of people calling me all the time about shit. Yesterday, DVD's signing for BBC London. I don't work there, but I've been dragged into that. I've got a woman on leaving a message from Talk PR going on about do you want to go and see Pop Idol again? Right? Just saying you and some listeners can go. So I'm sure you'll love that. I've got Jim Benner wanting you to introduce the tin buckets at the Astoria. So can you just like let Duncan know that I'm doing his job whilst he's sat on his arse with his thumb firmly up his arse? Can you let him know that I'm running around like a here sorting shit out for you? Alright, see you later.
Message
So, do you know what I mean?
I know, but that's the kind of phone message he's leaving.
But
Do you remember who he was before you?
But he's
started working
even
with him?
annoyed that he gets a phone call. I remember he got a phone call for you to do a voiceover and didn't pass it on. You missed a voiceover. That was thousands of pounds.
No, I did pass it on though. I told you.
You
I
did.
said
You
I
said someone had phoned.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
But who's that?
Well, she didn't say, and I didn't ask. But
Of course
it's not my
she
job to do
said.
it. She didn't say.
Rubbish.
So you didn't take the number down. She went, "Oh, can you tell Steve to call me?" And you went, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, I just thought you'd know her already. I should have known. It was a woman, so I should have known.
He's having a go, you see?
Unbelievable. I don't know how it's come back on me. You're the one who was picking on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying. I'm defending. Why is he having a go at you?
He never
Because
picks on Ricky because he knows you are his bread and butter. Seriously, you know what I mean? The only reason he's got Mondays off is because you're still doing this show.
yeah.
That's why he's scared of you. That's why he's like, he has a go at you on the phone, but he always picks on me because he knows, you know, I'm a pushover, I'm a nice guy. He's scared of you. I can't believe, I don't know how it works.
Is that true?
Steve, I'm always sorting you out. I look after you.
I'm
Sorted you out with tickets. I sorted you out lager
I got
out.
you today. Why are you picking on me?
What do you mean you're sorting about tickets and lager? What's this?
Right, whenever you want tickets.
Yeah, sorry,
I don't want to use this as, like, moaning time and that, because I don't like to moan. I'm busy and that, right? I've sorted you out tickets for gigs.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, somebody doesn't even turn up to.
Yeah, we won't even go on about that, right? Lager.
He was sorting out the Cure, he complained it was boring.
Yeah. There was that big drum of lager that you had, and you said, oh, put that in your room for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to carry it home. Right?
Lazy.
So I said, all right, then I'll put it in my room. It goes missing, it gets nicked. Then you have a go at me because it got nicked.
Yeah.
I get you another one. You make me carry it around town for you for half an hour, then you say, oh, I can't be bothered taking it home. Can you take it back to work for me?
Yeah. But interestingly, this is like a year ago, so it's obviously it's still pressing on you.
Oh, hang on, and I forgot the one when we had an argument over 50p. When I went out for a coffee.
You didn't want to give me 50p back that you owed me.
That was the same day you'd given him about 40 quid worth of lager.
But, see, this is my problem, this was my point at the time. It's not the 50p in terms of money is not what's important. The fact that you think you don't have to give me money back because it's only 50p, that was the point at stake. It's me who makes a decision, oh, don't worry about the 50p, not you, it's only 50p, I'm not going to give it to you. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be rules, otherwise it's chaos, Carl. Come on, mate. Alright?
I don't want to fall out about
No,
it.
that's not right. Should we kiss and make up? Do you want that?
No, it's alright.
Yeah. We should play a little record and come back to this, because...
I can't believe it started with you slagging him off, Rick, and I've ended up
I know.
as the monster.
I know.
Bit of R.E.M.
Yeah. Let's have some news. Let's do some proper radio. Have you? Although all your news comes from Ananova, doesn't it?
That's
What will
where
Dr.
I
Fox
got
do
that.
about now at 2 o'clock? He'd do some
Some
amusing
news to
news.
it. It's coming up for 2, and here is the news with Karl Pilkington.
Well, like I said, it's just headlines and that. I don't bother reading on if I
No
like
point.
the headline.
And it's all from
You get the
Ananova,
story,
not from a newspaper or.
It's not made up or anything. These
No,
are real
okay then. Well,
headlines, so-
let's see. Okay, imagine Trevor McDonald doing this.
These are real news headlines.
Okay then. Well, they're real to Karl. Okay, here we go. And here is the news with Karl Pilkington. Bong.
Man hid in wardrobe to avoid work.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Bong.
Teenager gets stuck in washing machine.
Bong.
Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Bong.
Cow hit by train lands on farmer's wife.
That is the real news to you, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
I was just thinking the cow flying through the air,
Yeah.
and the wife going, "Oh no,
Yeah.
oh dear." Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Yeah, he's having some operation or something, and
What they put the wrong foot on him?
he's got 2 right feet or something.
Well, maybe it was only a right foot that was available.
Good dancer.
Yeah. Oh dear.
What
Well,
else?
in real news, I followed that thing with it was that fella that got into the palace when Bush was there.
Right, an undercover journalist,
Yeah. I mean, it would have been a problem if he was a terrorist, but it's sort of like, and as the palace said, you know, all our tests are to expose terrorists, not journalists.
Yeah.
I just think it was no big deal, really.
Yeah.
I think it was much more big a deal for
Well,
the
I think it was-
journalists than anyone else. It's like, well, okay, well, all the journalists in the world can pop up as long as no terrorists get in.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. A bloke just got through a terrorist. No, an ice cream seller.
Yeah.
That's all right. Then.
It was like they're waiting hand for thinking, I can't believe it, it's Baz Bammingboim from the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And I think that's Gary Bushell. That's fine.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it was just that all he did wrong though was just lied on his CV.
Well, I think he did.
But everyone lies on their CV.
Of course. Of course. Everyone
Actually,
gives references.
I don't think I've ever done a CV. I tried to lie. I did one once when I was at ULU and I was an events manager. I applied for a job at Radio 1 for events manager. Didn't even get an interview.
Yeah.
So I just stopped the CV lark.
Sure.
No, I just, you know.
The one knocked back and that was
Exactly.
it.
No, well, yeah. So,
You've lied on your CV, have you, Carl?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
It's just,
it's like someone from Little Britain. Yeah, no. Yeah, loads. Yeah, go on. Come on.
there was
It's
one
radio,
when,
come on.
there was a job going at Granada. In fact, this isn't even lying, and I still didn't get the job.
Go on.
right? But,
Well, you
Granada.
don't get a job just because you don't lie. It's not, have you lied? No, you got the job.
Yeah.
No, but there was a They ask you loads of stuff, don't they, that you think, oh, that's got nothing to do with the job. I don't know why you're bothering me, asking me certain stuff, right?
Qualifications, things like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, it was languages,
Yeah.
right?
What did it say?
It just said, you know, put your name, put your address, languages, right? And,
What? Oh yeah.
And
What
I
do
just-
what, you don't speak any other language, do you?
well, I just put English, quite good.
You didn't.
No, I did. Honestly, asked Suzanne.
I think you told me this before. Did you really put English quite good?
Yeah, honest to God. Didn't hear back.
Well, you know what they meant now. That you know what your error was, don't you? Are you fluent in French, German, Chinese?
Yeah, but I didn't want them to think I've got loads of big words and that. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't use loads of big words and stuff.
No, they
There's
meant,
no
do you
point.
speak any other languages?
It's any other languages, Carl, not the
They
one your
assume that you
native
can
language.
speak English because you're filling out a form.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's like language is none.
Yeah.
They assume you can speak something, and they probably think it was English. And to put quite good when you are English.
Yeah.
English is your first language, yeah, I'm quite good at it. I see your point, though.
It's true, though, isn't it? I'm not sure quite good is accurate.
No, poor. English,
weak.
poor. Weak. You didn't get the interview, no? What did Suzanne say when you told her you put that?
She just laughed. It was
Really?
too late. It was too late to do anything.
How's her hair? Don't talk about it?
Right, she's off today, so
Is it alright, is it? Oh, she's listening, you mean?
she's at home today.
But it's probably alright now, isn't it? Because a bad hair day, it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
last.
but it'll be nice. It'll be a little nice, not today.
You're scared of her, aren't you?
No. I mean, I don't want to...
You've learned your lesson that, you know, you can't talk about people like that. Because it upsets them.
Well, plus I can't do it all now, because we're doing Pulp Fiction later. And it sort of involves her head. So...
Brilliant!
So let's...
Excellent, there's me thinking that you're being considerate.
Yeah.
All worried about
You don't want to use up the material until later.
Play a record! REM and Animal. Animals would be REM and their Animals.
What are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm just thinking. I wonder if they've done a video for Animals and the Animal
What?
on a DVD, an Animals DVD. Huh?
What are you
No, I'm
talking
just
about?
saying. I'm just it's REM there. It's just a good link. REM Animals on a DVD would be. I've got an Animals DVD out. My
got an
DVD,
Animals
yeah, my
DVD?
DVD, my live stand-up's out. Buy it. HMV and
think
Virgin.
you should-
Well, no,
I don't
I'm just
think you
saying.
should plug
Animals.
your-
No, it's
I don't
funny.
think you should
'cause-
plug
no,
your
no,
stand-up
no, I'm
on
not
the show.
plugging it. It came up in the Animals from REM. Came
I don't
up.
think you should plug your DVD.
Well, buy it now. It's a really good stand-up DVD.
If
It's out
you're going to
for-
buy anything, I think I ought to balance this out really. If you're going to buy a DVD, you should probably buy the Office series too, because
Well,
I get
no,
money for
That's
that.
been on telly. Animals. See, Animals hasn't been on telly. The Office has been on telly. It's involved with it.
But I don't get any money for the
No, I know,
Animals
but that's
DVD.
what I mean. I get
wasn't
everything
involved.
from Animals, whereas I've got to share The Office royalties with you and some of the other actors, whereas I get the lion's share. Lion's an animal. The lion's share of Animals. It's all mine, you see. So, by...
The truth of it is that it's not. I mean, it's your stand-up, and it's
Yeah.
not great. It's a bit
No, but
weak.
nor's my
A
acting.
lot of the
Nor's
observations
my
are quite
acting or
poor.
writing. No. but
You're a great actor.
I'm rubbish in The Office. One trick pony.
Well,
I
I
just
agree with
touch
that,
my
but-
tie and I look at the camera, bored with that.
Yeah.
Animals, whole new side.
Yeah, but frankly, you've been
15 quid.
You've been doing so much publicity on TV that, you know, if people have seen it all, they'll have probably seen all the best clips.
No, yeah,
And,
but
I mean,
The
there's only a
Office-
couple of decent
It's
gags.
only really the dance, and you can get that on a JPEG. So I
Some other
wouldn't-
great stuff.
Don't
in
buy
there.
The Office.
There's some other great stuff in there.
No. Phoenix Nights is better than The Office. So buy Phoenix Nights. Don't buy The Office. Okay.
Well,
right. Let's get on with it. That's
yeah.
that. Right. What else is
You've
happening?
probably heard most of the stand-up observations on this show, so.
Right. What have you got for us? Available in HMV. Go on.
Oh, well. I'm annoyed. Office. I was walking away from the show last week. I was walking towards Berwick Street. I like to look at the records and that, the record
Sure.
shops. And I was on my mobile phone, and I was chatting away to someone, and what can only be described as a prostitute
Go on.
stood on the street
Was
corner.
she a woman that gives you sex for money?
Yes.
That is a prostitute.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Go on.
And as I was walking by, she said, "Do you want to buy sex?" Now,
You sure it wasn't a market trader giving 6 plums away?
No, it was
something?
definitely
6 for a quid?
No, it was definitely
Go
a
on.
prostitute.
Yeah.
And what annoyed me about it, what I wanted to pick her up on something, was the fact that I was on my mobile phone. It's like, can you imagine?
rude.
Who would what, am I going to hang up? Sorry, Mum, can I call you back?
I've
You
just
know,
had an
you know
offer.
you say you want me to meet more women.
And you know you sent me that 30 quid
Exactly.
for my birthday.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Johnson, I'm really excited about the job. Can I call you back? I'm just going to negotiate with a whore. And it was just sort of, you could tell that she was clearly probably desperate for crack or a latest fix of smack. So she was literally, the normal etiquette of prostitution, you know, that they hang around, they show some thigh. I've seen this in
They
films.
will woo ya.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
will- yeah.
Take you out for a meal, that sort of thing.
straight
That sort of
into
gone
it.
out of the window, and she
Yeah,
was just
sure.
there, desperate, running around
Did
the
she
streets.
go out of a window?
Like a
Because
zombie.
that's another thing they sometimes do, specialist
Exactly.
ones.
But I was
Yeah.
shocked because I've never been propositioned before like that.
Really?
In London.
It's weird, isn't it? Carl, thoughts?
I think you'd be sort of approached a lot because they tend to sort of go for people who look like they haven't got much chance.
Sure.
And I'm not being mean.
No,
you know,
no,
I'm
no,
your mate.
no,
I've
no.
known
What
you
do
a
you
long
mean?
time. and
Sorry,
stuff.
I'll let you go back to it. In what way aren't you being mean? By saying that
No,
Steve... go on.
Steve knows is a little bit odd looking.
I don't think... Well...
No, he does. Do you know
Yeah,
before...
no, but it's not what he thinks of his looks.
No.
It's what he thinks of you talking about his looks on...
No, but it's
on.
like how you were talking before about, you know, your eyes are bad. It's nature's little way of saying, look, nothing to see here, right?
Don't get that!
I don't know what you mean.
But when you look in the mirror and that, they've gone, look, he hasn't got the looks, let's make his eyes bad, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
See,
they're
I-
balancing it out, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, right? Now we're on the topic.
Sorry,
Right, I wasn't-
Johnny Depp.
No, listen.
I'm gonna... My chest is gonna burst at this moment.
Whenever we go
because-
into this conversation, I always think to myself, Karl, do you know what you look like?
I'm gonna...
You know, seriously, can I be honest with you? You look like, you know, if you've got like a balloon, a hot air balloon, right, just a little balloon like a party balloon, if you drew a little face on it, right, and inflated it about halfway, that's what you look like.
Right.
So, no, play a record, I don't want to get into this,
Listen,
it's too intense.
now you've got onto this, let's just nip it in the bud now. I'll tell you something that I wasn't going to tell you because I think it was
I
out
don't
of
want to
order.
hear it, I don't want to hear
Well,
it.
right, it was on the tube, right? Well, I was. Someone told me they were on the tube, right? And the tube pulled into a station, right? And one of the women saw the poster that's out at the moment with you and Rick on it, right?
Yeah.
So this woman apparently goes, "Oh look, there's Ricky. Ricky's on the radio, right?" And the other woman goes, "Oh yeah, don't you listen to it?" So she goes, "Oh, I didn't know he was on the radio." And she goes, "Oh."
Sorry, Steve.
Look at...
Because he didn't sound this bad.
She said, "Oh, look at that person he's with." So she goes, yeah. She said, "That's Steve." She said, I was sort of aware that he looked odd because Karl mentions it on the radio.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much of a blow to me, but I can see how it was a bit of a shock to you.
Yeah.
So that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that isn't me sort of telling this woman to say anything. That was all happened without anybody else sort of bringing it on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Was it... Sorry, you seem to be relishing this. Was it because of the little balloon story that made you...
Honestly, Steve, I wouldn't have told you, but if you're going to start, you know, having a pop...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't just sit here and take it and that.
No.
I mean... All mates.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was
Shame
mistaken
that's
for
been
Johnny
it.
Vegas. Steve's got a story about that, if you want to have a go at me.
well, someone just thought you were fat with a beard, which is true.
Well, don't have a go at me, because he said you looked...
Well, you started it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
no,
you
I
did.
didn't.
You were milking it. You were
I
egging him on.
was laughing.
You were egging him on.
I sort of was.
Yeah.
But let's not, you know...
Oh, it's a good job you've got lots of good mates like Jonathan Ross you can go and hang out with. Don't need other friends, people who've helped you in your career.
He's good looking bloke, isn't he, Jonathan Ross?
He's a good-looking fella.
Play a record. Modest Chambers, Kings of Leon on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, and England are world champions again then, so...
Oh, it's brilliant.
It was amazing, wasn't it? See, I'm not a rugby man at all. I never watched rugby. I think the last time, was when we won about 12 years ago, whenever it was. And I got into it last week because I realised we were doing so well, because I watch England win anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't care what. In fact, I wasn't into war when I was little until I realised we were so bloody good at it.
We are really good at it.
It is, you know, it's brilliant. But yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
Right, that's the rugby thing over. What
dealt
next?
with.
That's it. That's all I've got. That's all I had today.
It does seem me. Sometimes I watch it, and it does remind me of when I play rugby, because like, one of them will boot it down the field, and then someone will catch it and boot it straight back again.
Yeah.
Which is essentially how we
I was
played
made
rugby
to
at
play
school.
rugby. We had to play rugby, and I don't think I'd get rid of the ball so quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got tackled or fell over.
Yeah.
I think I touched the ball about 20 times in the 2 years it was compulsory.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's the same as cricket. I can't. I'm a terrible batsman. I'm alright at bowling, but it seemed like the pastime for people I went to school was to injure you.
Yes.
It was funny to see
Yeah.
someone poleaxe. It was funny to see someone get a cricket ball in the head.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
I never
so-
relaxed into rugby, because the first day I was going to play it, my mum, I swear to God, my mother said, "You're playing rugby today, you got the kit and everything. Enjoy it, be careful." There was a kid at my school who got, who broke his neck. And
Cheers, Mum.
yeah, thanks very much for that.
See you later.
So I just went to school absolutely
Man, one thing,
petrified.
broken neck, is that all? Did you get better in a couple of days? Oh,
No, couldn't find your wheelchair.
No. Enjoy the game, though.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely I was just petrified from that day
See,
on.
at least American football, you know,
Got the padding,
helmets.
the helmets.
Yeah, but anyway, well, no injuries, thank God.
Thank goodness.
So,
Well, I tried to play rugby, but it's awkward when you've got glasses. I don't know, there's something about
you didn't really play with glasses on.
Yeah, of course, well, I couldn't see anything, could I? I couldn't see anything. How else was I going to play?
Oh my God! And
So you're bound to be cautious, because inevitably you're a bit more cautious when
but
you've got
presumably
glass
you were
next
the
to your
tallest
face.
person on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you were when you were about 14, you were probably 6 foot already, weren't you?
Yeah.
And everyone else was what, 5'2"?
Yeah.
So you were
Towering above them.
and with glasses on.
Just with the glasses
And
on.
you've got pretty cool glasses now.
Thanks very
You've
much.
had a bit of a makeover.
Makeover.
It's like Trinity and Suzanne said,
Yeah.
first thing to go, the glasses.
Sure, sort them out, yeah.
Yeah. And presumably you used to have those National Health sort of bottle.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is it true? You've never been able to mosh at
I
a
tried to
concert?
mosh.
'Cause
Because
it's
I've
scared.
always watched people stage diving, moshing at concerts. I've always thought that looks like brilliant. You know, when they ride above
Like a
everyone's
wave,
heads.
like they're surfing
on
across
someone's
the, yeah,
hands, and so
amazing.
everyone's like, yeah. And I've always wanted to do that, because I'm a big rock music fan. And the only time I did mosh was at Rage Against the Machine. I've heard the mosh at Rage Against the Machine.
But I love the idea of a band called Rage Against the
Yeah.
Machine.
Yeah.
Aimed at a man with glasses who
Yeah.
won't mosh.
Well, it was at the Reading Festival, and I think the lead singer, I forget his name, he went, can I just remind everyone that racism and fascism are on the rise in Europe again. Let's not let it happen.
What did you do?
And we all cheered, obviously. I mean, if there's one thing that guarantees a cheer
Yeah.
at Reading Festival, it's down with fascism.
And what did they do about it after the concert?
Pretty much went back and
went home and
took
had a
some
cup of
drugs,
tea.
probably. I don't
yeah,
know what they
sure,
got up to.
sure.
I
They didn't go to Europe then and try and stop. No?
don't think they got involved politically in Europe. I think they just continued to rage.
Against the Machine.
Yeah,
Mainly.
but largely in America, I think.
Sure,
But
sure.
I tried to mosh, and I got moshing, and glasses flew off. And I remember, because we were playing away, you know, you do what you tell me. And I was just going, careful! I've dropped my glasses. Can we be careful?
Loads of kids in hooded tops,
Yeah, exactly.
just going mental.
Yeah, and they're all jumping up. So I was can we just calm down for a second?
Let's
until I
not be
got them?
silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absurd, and I had to kind of, scrabble around on the floor, and thankfully they were okay, and they didn't get broken.
So what couldn't you do then?
What do you mean, what can I do?
What at school? Can you not see without glasses?
No.
I mean, it's like that you couldn't do anything.
It's a blur.
Really?
Yeah, it's a blur, definitely.
God.
Yeah, it's like being kind of punch drunk or whatever. So yeah, you can't play sports when when you've got glasses.
But why not contact lenses? Because they're not strong enough.
No, they seemed a bit fiddly.
Oh, brilliant. Bit of Lou Reed.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, Satellite of Love. Classic. A retro cut. White Stripes. Hardest button to button on XFM. That's a frightening thought that you came up with before the break. That
Karl on jury service.
Karl could be responsible for someone's rest of their life.
Yeah. Because jury service, that applies to anyone. Anyone could get sent the form. I think you're obliged to go unless you have a really decent reason not to.
Imagine it was a really, really important trial.
But what annoys me is that isn't it supposed to be you're tried by 12
Good
of
men
your
and true.
peers?
12 good men
men
and
and
true.
true.
Yeah.
Good men and true.
And women, of course.
The only
these
thing
days.
I can hope is that the defence attorney would wheedle out Karl at an early stage.
Oh yeah, objection. I object.
Yeah.
Why?
I object. Have you heard of something called rockbusters?
Yeah. Well, sorry, you can't just object on that. Okay, then what if I tell you my client, standing trial, is a little gay Chinese fella? And here are some of the tapes
Yeah.
from XFM.
My
What would you
suspicion
do?
is he's prejudiced.
So how does it work then?
How does what work?
What do you mean? You just get called up and you have to do jury service unless you've got a very good reason.
And it's not, I normally have Mondays off.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you wouldn't like that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, or
you have to get there at 9
I've got
o'clock.
to prepare monkey news.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you couldn't stand it.
Just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't,
What would you say?
say, oh, don't get me involved. Because I got involved once.
Don't get me involved!
No,
What do you mean you got involved once?
well, with the police and that, when I lived in Manchester, I saw a bit of car crime going on.
Right.
And I got involved. Hassle. Telling you.
How did you get involved? You phoned the police?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I
Snitch.
thought, well, I know, well, that's just it. But I thought, I'd hope somebody did
Grass.
it with my, well.
Yeah.
So, and it's just a hassle. Loads of phone calls.
Canary.
Having to stand on a balcony of this, tower block that I lived in. Police shouting up at me. I'm stood there with my underpants on, right? And what it was, a car had been robbed, right? So I call up the police and that,
Yeah.
right? Said, right, listen, car's been robbed. And they said, where is it? I said, I don't know, just across the road from where I live, right? So I tell them where I live. And
Where
they
do
go-
you live? How old were you? 13?
So she's asking loads of questions and that. I'm saying, look, whilst you're asking all this, they're actually getting away, so, will we leave it? And she's like, no, we'll track it down, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, look, I work nights.
What could you see? You could see
I
some
could
lads
see some lads
just
pushing a car.
Pushing a car.
Yeah.
That's how they steal cars in Manchester, is it?
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the country, they're getting in, they're driving them away.
In the south, they drive them away.
Exactly.
Usually sort of like
In
start the
Manchester.
engine. Could get away a lot faster. What do the police do? Push their panda car after them.
Exactly.
Say, come on lads, don't cheat, don't get in the car. They're just pushing it.
It was late at night and that. And
Oh,
I suppose
okay.
you don't want to start the engine.
Of course you don't want to wake people up, not when you're nicking cars. Of course you don't.
Alright,
No,
so,
no.
so is it
Late
working
at
for
night?
you?
Hold on, they
They
weren't
were
gay.
wheeling
They
it to
weren't
the
gay,
bus
were
stop.
they? They were out late, really? Come on, Carl, so what happened?
So, anyway, I said, look, don't call me back. I'm going to bed. Right? I've got work in a bit.
Brilliant.
So,
Let's go, what?
so that was that, right?
Where were you working?
Next thing, right? Phone's going. Hello, it's the police again. I said, oh, I told you not to call me. Right?
I told you to call me at home.
So, they said, right, the police are outside. Can you go on your balcony? She's like, oh. So I'm 10 stories up, right? Stood on the balcony with like my underpants on.
Yeah.
Right? And the police are saying, where's the car? And I'm saying, I don't know, they've gone down that road now. So I'm trying to point to them. They're shouting up, saying which road and all that. And I just thought, why did they get involved?
Yeah.
I don't think they found it.
No.
It was hassle.
The
know what I mean?
blokes were pushing it too fast.
Exactly.
They were in the next street by now, weren't
But
they?
this, don't get involved. Don't get after that.
Imagine him being on some sort of trial where it's like some sort of mob affair.
Yeah, gangland murder.
Imagine him going into the witness protection. The police just explaining to him, your new name is Jeffrey Peters.
Why can't I be called Bruce Wayne?
Well, no, Mr. Pilkington, listen. Imagine that. Do you know what witness protection is?
Oh, go on.
Amazing.
Look, it's when, supposing you were to give evidence against the mafia, right? You've done a job for them and you had to give evidence against them, right? Cause
Right, well, if you're going to do... I mean, all I did was 2 kids nicking a car.
Yeah.
Don't start messing with mafia.
No, listen, of course not, no. But imagine you were in the mafia, and that you got caught doing something, but instead of going to prison for the rest of your life, you said, oh, well, I can give you Mr. Big, yeah? So they go, okay, give us Mr. Big and we'll let you off, right? So the police go, right, okay.
I got handed this leaflet in Soho.
So you say, okay, well, I'll give you names. They go, right, we get evidence in court, and you go, yeah. They go, right, we'll have to get you away because you'll be done for. So you give us all the names of Mr. Big, right? We'll give you a new identity, a new passport. We'll let you go and live in Canada for the rest of your life with Suzanne, right?
So why have I got to do all that?
Because they'll
Because-
bump you off, won't they?
How did you know it was me?
They'll find
Because
out.
you have to give evidence in court. So they go, oh, Pilkington squealed.
So you got to change all your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've killed someone, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, look, you just know, no, you're giving them in to keep you from going to jail. So you don't want to spend the rest of your life in prison because you're involved in something, or saucer, or whatever. It doesn't matter, Carl!
No,
Listen!
I'm just... How would the mafia know that I've said something?
Because you say in court, those are the people, he's Mr. Big, he's Mr. So-and-so, he ordered the hit. Don't you know anything?
It's a lot of messing around, though, isn't it?
But
So I've
no,
got to leave this job, yeah?
Yeah, I think they might try XFM first.
I'd have to... What? I'd have to bin Suzanne, would I?
No,
you
she
can
can
take
go
her
and
with
live with you.
You have to cut off all your ties with your friends and family, though. You can't contact them. You got to leave them behind.
Would she have to change her haircut?
Possibly.
When did the murder happen?
Yeah. What would the new identity be that you choose? What would you choose for yourself?
What name?
Probably, I wanted to be called Brett when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right. Brett
So-
what?
Brett Pilkington.
You got to change your surname, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Maybe go X-Directory.
Where would you move to?
Probably back up north.
No.
Well, no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Can I suggest, maybe, Brett Hanson and go and live in Australia or Canada or something. Well, maybe when they're not operating, maybe, you know, and they just forget it.
You might have to change your identity as well. You might have to grow your hair. Well, you can't grow your hair, but maybe wear a
Maybe,
wig or a
yeah.
moustache.
What would you do? What would you wear?
So like an afro or something.
Something like that.
That would be brilliant. That would be
And I've got to
absolutely
do
brilliant.
all that just because for 5 minutes I stood in a court thing
Yes.
and said he's the one who did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I just wear the afro and the glasses when I'm in the court? Say my name's Brett, right?
Yeah.
Change my voice a bit. He did it, and they go, thanks very much. I go off, I carry on my life,
That's
I'm still
genius.
coming in
That
here on
is-
Saturday.
I don't know why they haven't thought
That
of
is genius. I
That
don't.
discounts
that
all the witness protection scheme.
Why don't they do that?
Yeah.
So they go, well, I'll go to court as Brett Hanson
Yeah.
with an afro. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right, and then when I come out, I'm back to Karl Pilkington, still talking like that, but without the afro. That is perfect. You've got. Why don't you call the FBI and say, listen, I can save you billions of dollars a year. You're a genius, Karl.
Right?
Well done.
Or Brett, should I say. Boo hoo hoo, it won't do. Listen to the Gallagher Boys and stop crying your heart out on XFM 104.9. No need to. It's monkey news.
So that is it time.
Time for monkey news. Can we have the jingle?
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
I love the jingle.
Right, well,
Can we play that jingle once more?
Yeah.
let me cue it up.
So, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Got a lot to live up to now.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, often that jingle is more fun than the monkey news.
Yeah.
So you've got to excel yourself this week.
Well, it's there's been a lot going on.
In the monkey world.
Yeah, I was looking at the Guinness Book of Records that we bought last week.
What you bought?
What that I bought.
Is it still wet?
I was cleaning the tea off it. I was having a little read through, and there was some monkey stuff in there. There was this isn't the actual story. I'm just telling you
Yeah.
Just
what
extra.
it's like looking up monkey news all week.
It's like behind the scenes. It's like the making of Monkey News, which is actually available on DVD.
Exactly.
It's 12 minutes unseen footage, just the making of Monkey News, which is my favourite bit in a way. If you enjoy Monkey News, see how it happens. See, from conception to.
It's all put together.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. What's a typical Monkey News day?
Well, there was some stuff about a monkey in the Guinness Book of Records. I think it had the record for asking for a cup of coffee in 23 different ways.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh.
That's good. Just to show the monkey news is getting bigger and people are covering it. Donald McIntyre, he was on BBC
Yeah.
on Monday. He
That was
was
on
doing
Channel 5, wasn't
No, he hasn't moved over yet. This
Oh,
is
right,
something
right.
that he did for the BBC.
he? Right.
So that was pretty good. That was about well, it wasn't good. It was pretty sad, really.
What?
He was doing this thing. Do you know, like last week we were doing Cheap as Chimps,
Yeah.
and someone emailed in saying, Donald McIntyre's doing Cheap as Chimps,
Really?
and it was about.
I bet he wasn't. I bet Donald McIntyre did not do a programme
they
called
didn't
Cheap as
use that
Chimps.
title.
No.
but you could tell where they'd got the format from.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it was it was about gorillas and how much you can get one for. But the problem was because they're that pricey, they were sort of. I mean, I don't even want. It is depressing.
if it's
actually.
cool, then don't. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Okay.
You know
I mean, could I just say, in the making of Monkey News and Cheap as Chimps, not anyone ever is harmed.
No monkey's
No.
harm.
Go on.
All right. Well, anyway, today's story was emailed in.
So you didn't even do anything towards it. So when you say I've been working on Monkey News, what you printed that out.
So is the making of Monkey News you checking your email?
Well,
Brilliant.
no, I'm always looking at different options, at, you know, how much is going on.
This is what makes me laugh when he says he's really busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff and that. I'm doing other stuff.
People are sending in Monkey News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get an email.
Is it
check
from
it out.
Reuters?
Well, listen, it's from Steve.
Okay.
Right? Now, what it is this monkey, right?
Yeah.
Don't know where it was. But there's a bit before the monkey anyway, right?
Jeez.
Is this, no, listen.
Shoot me.
Right? It's a bank. There's this bank, right? Busy bank. Normal day, everything's going normal, right? Busy bank, people going in, doing what they do, seeing about mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's normal, everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's quite busy one day. Fella comes in with a gun and a balaclava on.
Up to no good.
Right, I'll tell you now, Carl. If this fella turns out to be any ape or monkey-related species, you're never doing this again. You're never... so just, if you want to finish it, it's at your own risk. But if this fella who robbed the bank turns out to be a chimpanzee, that's the end of Monkey News.
Alright.
Okay, let's hear the end. It's a lovely day in a lovely bank. Everyone's happy.
Everything's normal.
The man comes in the balaclava.
Man comes in.
Is it a man?
Starts waving a gun around.
Shut up, Rick. Let him finish the story.
Starts waving a gun around.
Yeah.
Right?
Up to no good.
So everyone's thinking, oh God, you know, wish I didn't come in here. It's not going to be a good day.
How tall is the man?
Shut up. Let's hear it.
Everything, you know, oh God, and he's telling everyone to get down on the floor.
Yep.
In
Everyone's
what, in
thinking,
English? In English?
Yeah.
In
Think
English.
so.
Yeah.
So everyone's panicking, everyone's getting on the floor thinking this is it, this is, you know, it's all over.
Yeah.
Just when you think, you know,
It couldn't
it's all
get
bad
any worse.
news,
Yeah.
it's all bad news. Doors swing open. Little monkey wanders in.
God, it's worse.
Shut up, Rick.
Little monkey wanders in, right? The robber's like, what's going on here? He's telling it to get down on the floor. I don't think it was taking any notice.
No,
right?
it was just busy asking for coffee.
It runs in. I don't know if it was kind of withdrawal or deposit or whatever. It wanders in, right? Goes up to the robber.
Where did it come from?
Shut up. Will you let him finish the story and then ask questions? That's
okay.
only fair.
Okay.
Wanders in. Runs up to the fella with the gun. Takes the gun and the bag of money off him. Everyone's like, yay, you know, we've been saved. Then the monkey starts backing out with the gun and the money.
Shut up.
see you later.
Sit down and
I'm not having this.
And
Here's the end of the story.
It does a runner with the money and the gun. No one's seen it since.
You are an idiot. I mean, you have said some stupid things in your time. What are you talking about?
It's a story that happened.
No! What are you talking about? What do you mean it backed out? It came in, was it as an accomplice? Was it an opportunist monkey robbery? What are you talking? Think, Carl! Think!
I know it's mad. That's the idea of Monkey News. We're telling people how monkeys are pretty, you know, they're mental.
They're up to no good.
What do you think? They've never seen the monkey since. What, did he have a getaway car waiting? Did he swing his way to freedom? Where was this? There's no details. Don't talk rubbish.
Well, Steve emailed it in. He's got it off the net. And the funny thing is,
Can I
the
see
funny
it? Have
thing
you got
is,
the information there?
yeah, the funny thing is, it wasn't just him who sent it. I had that a couple of times. So a few people obviously read the story and said, you know, that'll be good for Monkey News. It doesn't say anymore. It doesn't say if he went off to Spain. It doesn't say, you know, what, you know, if he's on Crime Watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't say any of that. It's just saying that's what he did. That's the story. And that's what Monkey News is about.
I've heard that they're making a movie version with Phil Collins. So I look forward to that and Julie Waters.
So that's this week's Monkey News. If you've got any, you know,
Well,
anything
no, don't bother.
in your
'Cause that's
town.
the end. No, that is the end. That's the end of Monkey News. No more Monkey News. This is, bit of Queen?
It says it here in this email, Rick. It's got to be true.
Right. 17 to 1.
Yeah.
But you are easily wound up. You are a very finicky little fussy person. You don't like the slightest bit of pressure. See, I thrive on pressure. I'm ba 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 ba, working here, working there,
That's the way
bada
I
bang.
work as well. That's always doing stuff. Monkey News. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Monkey News. I got an email.
Songs
I
of
won't read
phrase.
it to on air. It's rubbish. But
Yeah,
that's one
not-
feature.
it's not
That's
as
my
easy
bit
as
done.
that.
That's
It's not
all I
as
have
easy
to
as that.
do.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I'm away next week, do Monkey News and see what you can find out. Right?
Oh, there's a challenge.
Oh,
See what you can do. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've already told them about the Guinness Book of Records one, so you can't use that.
Right.
We're going to find the best Monkey News ever, Carl.
but now it's Rockbusters.
Can I just say something now before we do Rockbusters? A lot of people sort of they come up to me, they say, "Steve, we like the show. When are you going to get rid of Rockbusters?" It brings it down. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There is lots of people.
Come on, let Karl speak.
Come off it.
What?
Come off it.
What?
I know people who say you're never going to stop that, are you? So one of us is lying again.
Well, not really. You know, I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who've listened to the show. You're talking about Suzanne, your girlfriend.
Oh, Martin. He'll be at home now with a pad, getting ready to play.
But I should just.
Max Freeman did encourage Karl on a couple of occasions. He even tried to get him through with the answer egg when we were doing that naming animal round.
Yes.
So,
but I should just say that people think that somehow Ricky and I are endorsing Rockbusters, that somehow by allowing it on the show, somehow we think it's good or we appreciate it. And I need to point out that it's more like when a child comes back from school and they've done a painting.
Yeah.
It's crap.
Yeah.
But of course you've got to stick it on the fridge.
bigger than the house.
You've got to stick it on the fridge because otherwise the kids going to get upset.
In this next episode, you've got to remember the cat is bigger than the house.
Exactly. It
Okay.
doesn't look like anything.
The humans don't have bodies, their legs come straight from their head.
Yeah, mummy and daddy.
Please welcome to the stage Karl Pilkington's Rockbusters.
Right. Right, so, cryptic clues,
No, not
initials,
cryptic.
and you work
Rubbish
it out
clue.
and you email in and that.
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
Don't be stealing my tools. Take your sister's. Alright, and the initials NK.
Don't be
So-
stealing the tools. Take my sister's.
Yeah, so that's like the cryptic clue, and the initials of the artist or band is NK. Alright? Second one. Buy it if you want, not bothered, think about it. Come back. Right, come back if you want.
Start again, Karl! Last halfway through! Right, start that second one again!
Right, well, you can buy...
It's different! Well, the first one was, buy it if you want, no, this one was, yeah, well, write it down, buy it. Right, do it. If it's a cryptic clue, all the letters count. Do it.
Buy it if you want, I'm not that bothered. You know, think about it, come back, check some other places out first before you know...
That was a crossword clue! In the Times! So we've got no time for other clues. Right.
So that's SC.
Right, do that clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, do you know what I mean? Think about it.
Fast has made an appearance! Fast wasn't there before! Do the clue again! Do the clue again!
Initials SC for that one.
Do the clue again!
I don't want to do it again.
You haven't finished it yet?
I have, that's it.
No, do the clue again.
I can't do it again.
Do the clue again.
Buy it if you want, I'm not fussed, right? Shop around, come back. It's up to you. I'm not pushing you into anything.
It's
alright?
up to you, wasn't there?
SC for that one, right? And the final one, that's good, I can play 10-pin bowling again.
Okay, and what's the clue?
Christ.
Well, that's O for that one.
Oh.
Alright, so, there are the
Okay,
three
now I
things.
assume that I'm not going to bother to look, but I assume there's a jiffy bag of tats
Yeah.
which people can win. All right, well, great, good luck. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk is the email
Play a
address.
record.
Thorns.
No, buy it if you want. I'm not fussing. Come back, have a look round. I'm open Wednesdays, by the way. Shut up, I'll see you later. Go on, Karl.
Should we
Go
have the
on.
Rockbusters answers?
Yeah,
We've got to
go
get
on,
the
I'd
tats out
love
of the
to,
way.
love to. Number one was, don't be stealing my tools, take your sister's. The initials were NK. That was Nick Ershaw, right?
Nick Ershaw?
Nick Ershaw, 80s.
I don't know. I've never heard of that band.
Nick Kershaw.
Nick Kershaw. Yeah, Nick. Sorry, what? I don't understand it. Nick. How does Nick Kershaw?
Second one was,
No, don't move on. Nick Ershaw. What's Nick Ershaw?
Jesus. All right.
It doesn't count. It's not a clue.
So let's just leave it behind us, all right?
Second one was, buy it if you want. You know, I'm not bothered. You can think about it, come back, have a look around, think it over. I'm not fussed. The initials were SC. That was soft sell. Right?
That works.
Yeah.
Well done.
That works.
Right. And that's good. I can play 10-pin bowling again. That's O. That's outcast. Alright?
What?
What does that mean? Outcast?
You're out, you broke your arm. Right? Got the
Oh, that's
cast off it.
ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's
You
ridiculous.
broke your arm, you were in a cast, you've got rid of the cast, you're outcast.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah.
I mean, I am stunned.
I think, to be fair, that was because how many bands begin with O?
Yeah,
I think that's why people got it.
exactly. But they were guesses, yeah. I could probably make Oasis work if I tried hard enough.
We've done that.
Oh, pardon me.
So, Outcast.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
But
I've
it's
had worse than that.
ridiculous.
I've had worse than
The
that.
leap to
We've had
bowling.
worse than that!
No,
Imagine that!
I remember when I did my wristing, then it fixed, and I went temping bowling.
Why did you do your
So it's
wristing?
what you did. Brilliant. So next week's quiz is what am I thinking? You're an idiot, Carl. Play a
Who's the
record.
winner?
Why did you do your wristing?
Crash. A
what?
crash. Had a crash.
You had a crash?
Yeah.
That sounds like a story we've not explored.
Not much to it. I just went on a free sort of rally day. Got in this car. I'd been working all night, right? So I wasn't the best condition to be whizzing around the track in a car.
Sure.
Like a Formula 1 type car.
Yeah.
Spun out of control, hit some mud, smashed it all in, wrote it off, and I didn't realise I'd done a load of damage until...
Well, you landed on your head, but you were fine.
Yeah.
Who's the winner?
Mike Godligan.
I'm in love with a girl.
Out of Time by Blur. Luckily, we're not out of time. Got another hour and 25 to go. So it's not over yet on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
We've had quite a lot of emails, as ever, Rick.
think
I should
so?
just say, because
Do
you
think
know we're
so?
very
It's a
lazy.
much listened to show.
We're very lazy people, and we rarely reply or read out the emails, but we do
I never read the emails.
Absolutely
so
never read
I
them.
rely, if I haven't replied to them, all my mail, well, Steve opens my mail and reads my emails. So if I haven't replied, it's just because he hasn't passed it on to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't passed it on to you because I know you'll never reply.
Sure.
You know, I'm just cutting out that. But I just want to say thanks for the emails. We do read some of them, and we do appreciate the fact people send in jokes.
Oh, I appreciate it. I love it. Yeah,
But
just- as
we've
long as I
had,
don't have to do anything towards it.
sure, we had an email from Jack. He just said he missed the last 2 weeks' shows. Has he missed anything?
Not really.
No.
No, it's the same stuff.
Same
You missed,
old
I think
rubbish.
last week Karl was having a go at Chinese people not aging well. He had a go at the gays, and he came up with a ludicrous story about a monkey that was impossible.
Yeah,
so I don't think Jack's missed much. Go on.
No. We've just had an email from the Pringles people.
Oh, right. Good, because it's finally started to happen. I hear these stories about people getting given cars and Armani suits and trips abroad, and we haven't had no, but finally people are starting to, realise what we're doing, our impact on society,
Yeah.
and we've got a whole box of Pringles sent to us. Not on those little tubes, the proper tubes, the foot-long tubes.
Yeah.
So, and well, what have they said?
Well, the Pringles
they
guys
want
have
them
said,
back.
No, they've said they like the show, and if you want more Pringles, give them a call and they'll
I
send you more
want
Pringles.
more Pringles. I bloody love Pringles.
Yeah.
Pringles are. The thing about Pringles is, they're Moorish, right?
Yeah.
But how would I put it? You know the sort of thing when I open them.
Yeah.
And by that when I pop.
Right.
Yeah. I have to eat the. Well, okay. How can I put this? When I pop, I can't stop.
What do you mean? I don't...
Well, when I pop them open, I can't stop eating them open.
Right, when you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's because of the chemicals. I think that might be the reason.
But they're good chemicals.
They're good chemicals. They're the best chemicals.
Pringle chemicals.
They're not bad chemicals. Like
Lovely.
you're using chemical
so
warfare.
yes, I want some more Pringles.
Yeah,
What
so
else
more,
do they
more
do?
Pringles. It's interesting, actually, you were saying that, like, other people, like Kylie, I imagine, would get given sort of maybe sexy underwear. You got Robbie Williams, where he gets the Armani suits. You get sent the crisps.
Yeah.
If she was appropriate, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but it's nice to be sent. Isn't it? Go on.
Talking of Pringles, on the Finchley Road tube station, on my way in.
There's a
tell you
lot
what-
of Pringles there, isn't
Well,
there?
I'll tell you a job I don't like.
What?
I wouldn't want to be doing. The woman, there's a little woman who sits in the little snack stall on Finchley Road station.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe it, really. She is surrounded by snacks. She can't move for snacks. It's
Does it
like...
look like American Beauty, but with different...
Not dissimilar to that.
Yeah.
It's a little hut on the station, and it's like if you go to the seaside, you can put your head through one of those cardboard cutouts, and it looks like you're a big fat person or whatever, and you
Yeah.
can have your photo taken. It's like an equivalent of that, but it's just snacks everywhere. She's got bananas up to her chin. She's got chocolate coming down to her eyes, crisps either side of her. She can't move. She can't do 360 degrees. She's like packed in there. I don't know how she gets in there.
I
of a
think they
morning.
put her in there first, and they pour in the bananas.
Yeah.
Then they go pour in the nuts.
She has
and they
2
just-
hours of makeup before they
Yeah,
open.
exactly, yeah.
Dressing her in there. Because I'll ask for something from the fridge, and she cannot turn her head to see. She has to go by feel alone, just to feel the fridge, and get stuff out and pass it. And often I'll say, that's not what I wanted, but she can't. You've got to let her off. It's
Oh,
extraordinary.
dear.
But there's no music
Does
playing,
she
there's
have to
nothing.
sell her way out of it?
Exactly.
if it's a slow day, she's stuck
Yeah.
there till the next day.
Yeah, it's like a world-breaking attempt.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's Finchley Road. So if you,
So
you know,
if you're on Finchley Road or just want to pop down there, have a look at the snack woman, because it is, it's
how
always
does she
amusing.
get refills though?
I don't know how it works. I don't know how she goes to the toilet or eats. I don't know what she does.
Yeah.
But God bless her.
So that's one of the jobs you wouldn't
That's
have.
jobs I would not like.
I've
yeah.
always worried about working in one of those big photocopying places.
Sure.
Because it's that constant taste of toner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so dry, and I just imagine going to work with a hangover.
Yeah.
8 hours in that sort of
I think it's those
environment.
jobs where what's the best that can happen that day. Do you know what I mean? The photocopying shop. What's the best?
Well, they probably have interesting things, like people going in photocopying.
Porno mags.
Can I have 30 copies of my arse?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to the staff party.
Yeah,
But I wonder if I could do that in here.
Yeah.
Carl, what job wouldn't you want to do? Well, any job. You're a lazy.
You're joking, aren't you?
Well-
I've done loads of stuff. I'm quite happy now doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, you look happy.
I think
You sound happy.
Yeah, I mean, calm down. You on drugs?
I'm all right.
Are you on E?
Before England have won and that. I'm
What?
happy for them.
Yeah, go on.
Said
Happy for
before,
them.
I'm happy in that.
Yeah. What do you mean happy for them? We are England. Happy
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't play. I did very little towards it.
No.
It was mainly Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, I
and the
barely
other-
contributed. Switching on the TV was about as much as I did.
Exactly. And shouting, "Come on!"
Yeah.
Talking about jobs and that, though, I was reading the other day about, rubbish jobs that people have had and
I
stuff.
haven't got time when I'm at work, man. I just get on with it. I'm not squiddly diddly. Fingers in pies, different jobs. Go on.
Do you know Ivor the Terrible?
Ivan.
He,
His Russian. Yeah, that was the Welsh fella. It was bloody awful, but not as bad as his Russian cousin, Ivan. Go on.
he had a fella doing some work for him, right? This fella built his house. After it was done, right, the terrible fella was like,
Fella Ivan.
he was going, "Oh, it's brilliant, you've done a good job there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to build another one like that." Took his eyes out. Just
What?
stopped him making an house like
Look
that
at another
again.
one. Blimey.
That's
Why
bad, isn't it?
didn't he take away his trowel? Then he could have seen that he
Yeah.
couldn't have built a house without a trowel. You can't build a house without a trowel.
Yeah.
Makes you
I
think, doesn't it?
suppose he probably later thought that once he'd been nicknamed Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Go,
thought, why? Because you
I-
gouge people's eyes out.
Yeah, but I didn't want to build another house.
I know, but
Take his trowel away. What would I have been then? Ivan the crafty at most.
exactly, yeah.
Ivan the jealous, Ivan
Yeah.
the spoilt brat, but
Yeah.
Ivan,
the
gouge someone's
terrible
eyes,
is
that is
bad.
bloody terrible. I'm surprised you're not called Ivan the, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're going to get on in history like with Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
He's mainly remembered for impaling people.
Yeah, he did a lot of other stuff.
Did a load of great charity work he did.
The
It's not
impaling
remembered.
is the thing that's really
Yeah.
gone down in history. When were you reading about Ivan the Terrible?
No, it's just
or
little
Ivor
stories.
the Terrible is the thing you remembered from this informative article.
No, it was just little bits like that. Talking about him, there was a thing about someone who worked for that fella who painted the ceiling.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, there
Okay.
was a thing. A woman who worked for him in his house, and
I love how you assimilate information when it's just bordering on the academic, or just the interesting and true. It's wonderful. Ivor the Terrible gouged someone's eyes out, built him an house. That fella who painted that ceiling had a woman work for him. Imagine if you wrote that down in an essay. Imagine if you wrote that in a school essay.
Well, you'd probably end up with not getting a grade or...
Yeah, or thinking you turned up to more than you had.
Exactly. Anyway, the
Go
woman
on.
who lived with...
Yeah, the woman who lived in a shoe. Go on.
yeah, there was this woman who lived with him, and she used to go out and do all this shopping and that.
Yeah.
But because she couldn't read or write, he used to have to draw everything that he wanted.
Why couldn't you just tell her?
I don't know.
No, but no, wait. That's an excellent point. Could she talk?
Yeah, but if it's a big list and that, loads of different coloured paints.
But why
and
couldn't
stuff.
she draw on a piece of paper? Why did he have to do it?
Because he's a better drawer, isn't he?
That's the point. That's it. That is. We were just looking for the logic of the story. You found
You've
it.
done it. Play a record.
Well, anyway.
Go on.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just interested in weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
Talking
So
about,
am I. That's
talking
why
about
you're
little-
on the show.
Talking about little gay fellas and that.
Yeah.
Northern Line, beach underground tube thing,
Not
Train.
the boy band.
Right.
right? Apparently, on a Saturday night late, I don't know what that is. What time late is in the sort of gay community, as we've discussed before. But apparently, the last carriage on the Northern Line, they all get in there.
What do you mean they all get in there?
They sort of take over the last carriage of the Northern Line on a Saturday night,
Right.
and it's like the gay carriage.
Right. And what exactly do? They just travel about on the Northern Line?
No, just have a chat and that, and like just
Stick on the
take-
communards?
How do you know?
Someone told me.
See, this, I mean, I'm glad you've informed me, because it wouldn't bother me, but I feel I should be told about these things, because I'm likely to stumble onto that carriage by mistake, and it's not that it'd be a problem, it's just I might feel a little uncomfortable if there's a lot of people in, you know, the black, the black leather gear and the moustaches, the hats.
I mean, to be quite honest, they'd be annoyed,
Of course.
because they'd be expecting something a little bit, you know.
What do you mean?
Well,
They're good looking, most of them.
Sure.
No, they are good looking fellas though, aren't they?
What do you mean?
what do you
They're
mean?
just a lot of the gay, you know, they look after themselves and that and look good. Keep
They-
themselves.
Some
you
of them
know.
work out, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, this is the problem I have, because there's a lot of areas in London and elsewhere in the country where there's a sort of, you know, it's a gay thing, you know, it's a gay public toilet, or I don't mean it's gay, but it's not like a legal
It
thing.
means a cottage.
But it's a cottage or whatever. I mean, I remember being, in Bristol once doing some...
You're confused when I said it's a cottage.
Yeah.
That's a term for where gay people go in toilets to sort of meet and greet each other.
But
Shake hands.
I was at the public library in Bristol once doing some studies from a sixth form, and I think the toilet was closed in the library. I was dying for the toilet, and I popped out, and there was a public toilet behind the library. I thought, I can't believe my luck. Dashed down there. It was about 6-ish in the evening. I was working late. I was studying hard. I went in there, and I swear to God, I saw two fellas with the.
Is that unusual? Or
Well, no, they were up to some hijinks.
what they're sort of like?
Do you know the thing that struck me?
What?
One of them had bright red underpants.
What do you mean? You saw what?
They were actually doing, you know, they were having some kind of, you know, they were having relations. They weren't even in a cubicle. They were out in the
Where were the underpants?
well,
Where
around his ankles.
No.
Yes, I swear to God, I'm not going to make this up.
What are we?
I don't know, like how old you are in the sixth form, 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
17?
And what did you do?
Well, I actually
What? You
said,
just joined in. What else did you do? You might as well.
I
yeah.
actually swore. I said, "Oh, f me," and then I went, "Oh no, don't." No, I did. I swear to God. I did. I went, "Oh, f me." No, don't, because I was panicked and I ran out. And as I was walking out, a guy was coming in. I went, "Oh, hang on, mate." And then I thought, I better not tell him. I'll let him find out for himself. He might be going in there to join in. He might have got a call. Come down. We're going crazy on each other's ass. Come down.
It's conspiracy in Bristol.
But what annoyed
conspiracy.
me- what annoyed
Alright,
me
my
was-
lover. Want a bit of car?
What angered me, Rick, was the fact that I wasn't notified, that there was not. I didn't know
There
this
was no
a-
sign.
And afterwards, I spoke to other people about it, and they said, "Oh, it's a famous gay haunt." But what annoys me is I feel that they should put an ad in the local press,
Yeah.
a big paper, like once a week, like, you know, when they recall cars if they're damaged or there's a fault, or couriers might bring back stuff if they're sort of faulty goods, they say recall and we'll give you money back. They
What
should
do you
put an advert in the
suggest?
gay community should put an advert in that just says, these are the hot spots, this is where you're likely to find us doing some stuff. If you're not gay and you might feel uncomfortable, avoid them. And just list them, or little pictures, or, you know, a map or something. Anything, because like the gay tube thing, I don't
Cock
know that's
fun.
gonna-
1, 2, 3. Railway cuttings.
Well, not that. It's more of a sort of social awareness thing.
Yeah.
So people, you know, don't feel uncomfortable and.
But they don't want it exactly to be like sort of walking in under a neon sign.
Why? It's legal.
yeah, big arrows. Oh, as if.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Because, well, it's actually a public place. I don't think cottaging is strictly legal.
But don't even have to specify what they're
But
going to do.
some people, they're not. Some of them aren't. I don't think it's
But they
probably
advertise
seen gays, is
GAY.
it? Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's not the people that go out and they say I'm gay and I like Barbara Streisand. It's presumably the sort of people that do that are people that either aren't quite out yet, or do you know what I mean? Or they're doing having a quick one away for their wife and kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know completely how it works, but I'm sure there probably isn't a place like free bumming here tonight.
No, there is kind of.
What?
Because I was walking home one night through Soho, right? Just because that's the way I have to go, not because you know what I mean? I wasn't going there on that, right? So I'm walking
nervous, isn't
through,
he? Go on.
right? And I was handed like a card, which was like a gay event, right? Now that's a bit weird, isn't it? That straight away he's presuming that because I'm there that time of night.
Well, and you've got a shaved head, and you sort of like, you know, you sort of like quite look after yourself, and you've got some nice clothes.
Yeah, but it's still
And you look
can't
like a
really
little bit
presume.
rough, don't you, from Manchester?
It was
you,
a-
you look like a northern rent boy who comes down to stand outside McDonald's.
But
And
the card was rubbish, right?
what do you mean?
Had this fella on it,
Yeah.
right? All sort of greased up and that.
What did you look?
Just having a look what he'd handed me and that.
Right.
Just having a look. Picture of him, sort of sailor's hat on, tan body, like, just his arse out, like that. And, rubbish slogan, right? The best bum in W1.
Is bum there a noun or like a verb?
What do you mean?
Well, to bum. Is it like, get the best bum you've ever had? Or, he had the best bum?
I think it's just
I don't
like
suppose you asked.
No.
I don't suppose you called the number to check. What do you mean exactly by this? Does it mean you've got a great arse?
Do you
'Cause
mean
think
I
mine's
will
good.
be well bummed? Or do you mean you've just got a
Alright,
good...
come on now, let's
What?
Can I just a final point about, because I asked my friend how it all works up on the Heath, because I live in Hampstead Heath, near Hampstead, and I was where I didn't want to go walking and get myself involved in anything.
How can you get
No,
involved?
but again, I didn't want to walk.
Sort of like,
by-
is it like, oh, I believe it. I couldn't say no. Oh, my wrist, it's knackered. What do you mean? Well, I was there for about 2 hours. I must have gone about 43 of them. But, I didn't like to say no, because they were so pleased to see me. Oh,
well, it's
God.
not so much the fear of that. It's
Good
not.
skiing practice. I was doing 2 at a time for a little while.
It's not the fear of that so much as the fact that again you don't want to gate crash someone else's party. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You don't. If there was a straight couple having sex, you'd want. Oh, I'm sorry, and you'd want to avoid that area.
Yeah,
'cause you,
of course.
But I just find so someone told me how it works, and apparently you just go and like sit on a bench or something, and then a guy just sits on the bench and they just look at each other. There's not really anything said. It's just a kind of nice evening or whatever. I guess it's like 2 in the morning or whatever, and then they go off in the bushes and ding dong. But it's like I don't know how that culture's developed.
I love this program.
But
now.
why can't that be the case with women? That would be amazing. You just go out to the park, and like 1 in the morning, you just sit on a bench, you just
Be like a scene from Gigi.
Exactly.
Where
Great.
they're just walking along with the perambulator.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. But that would just be a joy if there was none of this formality. You've got to talk to them, buy them dinner,
Oh, you're joking.
romance.
Oh no.
Just this kind of informal thing. It'd
So
be
what?
great.
So what would you do then? You go up to a woman and go, "Come on,
Yeah.
let's stop mucking around."
We know why we're both sat on this bench.
There's a nice bush over there.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit.
Yeah, and then she'd go, "Yeah, great, thanks. I'm killing some time before I, pop into town. That'd be perfect. Thanks. You make my weekend."
So you're jealous of gays as well
In
as
a
me.
sense, in a way.
What do you think, Karl?
Let's put a track on.
Why are you getting scared now?
You brought it up.
Is it getting too close to the bone, so to speak?
Bob Dylan, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue from 1960 something.
Bit of trivia for you, Steve.
Go on.
That is the last record we ever played on the old XFM before we were fired.
I bet that was a moving moment for about 8 people.
I just thought of something. You know that thing we did about, they said that we just cared about the money, selling it to America?
Yeah.
If we cared about money,
Yeah.
would we be here now? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
think this proves that we don't do things for the money.
Exactly.
Jesus. Alright, Karl?
Couple of emails. Monkey Matt's emailed us.
Who?
Monkey Matt.
Oh, Matty, yeah, go on.
Yeah. He says...
How's the Monkster?
He's alright. He says, Karl has missed a cracking headline from The Sport. Hide-and-seek champion found dead in cupboard. I hope it's real. I don't know if it is.
I doubt it.
Just looking through some of the news stories that Karl did make it into Karl's news roundup.
Yeah.
This one you might be interested in. Headline: Woman says partner ran off to become vampire.
Yeah.
And it says a young mother says her partner has dumped her to become a vampire. Rebecca Roberts from Somerset says Matthew Barrett fell for a blood-worshipping woman in a US cult. The 23-year-old mother says he began shaving all his body hair, dressed in black, and used Rebecca's lipstick to redden his eyes. Rebecca caught him performing weird blood rituals in front of his computer at night, cutting himself to prove commitment. She said, "I thought it was just a hobby." Everyone's got a right to one. I was pleased he'd found an interest.
Brilliant.
This is apparently from The Sun. Apparently he's left. He's gone to America. He's living in this Ohio-based cult. But it's the last bit where she's been asked whether or not, if he came back, would she take him back?
Sure.
And this is where I wonder if the journalist, you know how journalists are supposed to just report the news, be objective.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe the journalist here has maybe had some interference.
Made the quote better for them than... Go on.
Because it says, I never thought this would take over his life. Now, if he came back, I'd say fangs, but no fangs.
Oh dear!
I can't believe. Imagine you're the woman, Rick.
Okay.
And I've come
And
round.
you're the
to you.
journalist.
I'm the journalist, and I've come in
Okay.
and I've said, okay, I read about this.
All I have to do is not say that thing.
You've
Okay.
come. I understand you're obviously quite upset. Your husband's gone
gutted.
off. If he came back, would you take him back?
Definitely not.
Right.
Really,
What would you say to him then if he came
just
back?
get lost.
Right, but
I'm really pissed off with you.
Would you perhaps say something a bit more pithy?
Not in this situation, no.
You're upset?
He cuts himself, he drinks blood, he's left me. No, sod off. I'm not interested, mate.
Because I tell you what.
Go on.
I mean, I like what you said there, but I wonder
Yeah.
if we could condense that a bit more. If he came back, would you say...
Go away.
Would you say something? Would you ever say something like, thanks, but no thanks?
No, because it makes it flippant, because I'm really angry.
I know you're annoyed,
And I'm
but-
upset, so I wouldn't
Sure.
say... I certainly wouldn't say thanks. I might say no thanks.
But what if you sort of said it, like, aggressively, like, you were giving him the finger? Thanks, but no thanks. Like, you didn't really
What,
mean
sort
it.
of sarcastically?
Sarcastically. Would you possibly say
I
that?
might say thanks, but no thanks, and that'll be it, and that's
Right.
and I'd leave it there. I'd never change that.
Sure.
I'd never change those words.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Do you like puns?
Hate them.
Right.
I don't like
It's
Countdown.
interesting.
I don't like QI. I don't like any of those posh Cambridge, Oxford types. I hate puns.
If you had to say thanks, but no thanks in the form of a pun, what would you maybe say?
I wouldn't. I never would.
Right.
I'd say thanks, but no thanks. I would. I mean, I feel embarrassed that I'd even say that because I don't think I would even say thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
But if I did go that far, I'd leave it there.
Sure.
So,
Have you ever noticed, as I have,
go on.
the similarity between the word thanks and fangs?
Not really.
It's
only,
very similar.
Not
Thanks,
really.
fangs,
FTH. There's a K.
Fangs very much.
G. It's A and S. Well, the A, the N, and the S, but that's about
Would
it.
you agree it sounds marginally similar?
Yeah.
Is
sort
it
of.
possible you might one day say fangs but no fangs?
I wouldn't know.
Right. I could put that though, could I?
But don't say I said it.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Fangs, but no fangs.
Yeah. This is the thing. Just, if you ever read an article in The Sun, The Mirror, anything, do not believe it. Really seriously question and query it, because
If it ends with fangs, no
if
fangs.
it ends with a pun,
Yeah.
almost certainly they never said it.